Welcome back to Goon Quest, everyone. Here's a bonus special episode for, I guess, I might put it around Halloween time. It's gonna be spooky for people. Spooky thing when we talk about the mechanics of D&D and some of the things we have. And one of the things that we have neglected to probably talk about or tell people is the magic items that you guys had when we got into the game. So the game started from about our session 5, which was session 0 for basically everyone listening to the podcast. And so some of the party members had magic items just because when magic came back to the land, some random items were actually magical to begin with. And some of the ones they acquired were just naturally. They acquired random objects that ended up being magical. So I think just so people have an idea of what magical items the party has on them, what we'll do in this very short go through is have everyone say what magic items they have and what they kind of look like and what they actually do. So we all have an understanding. And I think most of the party understands everything of what their items do. So we'll just go around the room, and why don't we just have our goons introduce themselves one more time and give me another fun fact. Yes, give me a fun fact.
Oh, bonus fun. It's got to be a spooky fun fact.
It's got to be a spooky fun fact about your childhood, from your character's childhood, their fears.
Yes, so I'll start it off here. My name is Joey. Almost put my shoot name into the world. I'm the player of the character Plato. From Texas, by the way. So Plato's probably favorite magical item is his friend Bookie. He's a book that can talk and is very intelligent in the magical ways. It's a green leathery book with tattered pages filled with arcane characters, and he talks. So he's kind of magically gifted, you could say.
Yeah.
What kind of characters? Like Snoopy?
Like more like he speaks Chinese pretty much is what I'm saying.
Okay.
There's
Right.
you have to have a trained eye to read him. But who cares about Bookie? He's not that interesting. Now let's get to the good stuff here. So the Wand of Swobold Summoning.
Yes, from the there's the 3rd edition Kobold Press Swobold, the statted creature in the Kobold Press. Yeah. So what does your Swobold summoning stick do?
So this is a weapon of mass destruction in Plato's arsenal. He's yet to find a worthy opponent in which to utilize it against. But I'll give you a quick description. It's a red scaly wand with the tip of it being a kobold's mouth opening, giving a double bicep on the sides. And he can use it to summon swobolds, to be quite blunt.
How many?
Yes. One. Whenever you cast the Skobold or the Swobold, you roll a dice to see what kobold you get. They have different names. One of them is a little bit stronger than the others if you roll a specific number, but you'll have to wait and see. You'll have to tune in. You have to tune in to find that one out, folks. And now for something that is near and dear to Plato, it's something he is constantly engulfed in. It's his cloak of protection. It's his wizardy-looking cloak. It's a dark blue. It's quite tattered at this point. He's only worn. It's the only piece of clothing that he's exclusively worn since he's got it, and never taken off. He sleeps in it, he fights in it, he eats in it, and he's a messy eater. Fun fact about Plato, actually.
So dirty.
There's the Plato fun fact. He's actually a messy eater, so there's a bunch of... I mean, this cloak is... if it were not magical, it would just be hanging on by threads. It would be like your blanket that you had as a kid that is worn out now. But yeah, it's dark blue. It's got like a metallic golden trim lining the edges. It's pretty epic. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And it boosts his armor class by 1 point.
Doesn't take one of your slots to...
No, there's no attuning needed here.
Just his armor class?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Joey. We're going to move on to Jayden.
All right. Well, Ithquant. Oh, hello. I'm Jayden. I'm playing Ithquant the Paladin. I'm goon number 5.
Ithquant's childhood.
Fearful fun fact about Ithquant's childhood. Well, there aren't any because he didn't have a very fearing childhood. However, his adult life is an absolute nightmare. He has yet to do anything successful. I'm also not sure when this episode will come out, so That could be wrong by that point that this episode comes out. But if it comes out when I think it does, then he hasn't done anything successful, and he believes himself to be a complete and utter failure. And there's nothing more terrifying
This is
than that.
the scary part, because like I'm sure like real people have this actual fear as adults too. You're like, why the fuck can't I go back
It's
to
okay.
childhood?
Ithquant's with you. And maybe don't follow Ithquant because, yeah, I'm going to just slap that there. Anyways.
Leave that one there.
Anyways,
magic item.
he's got 2 magic items. We'll start with the lesser one. So he has Razorwind. Razorwind is a +1/+1 longsword, which means it gives him a +1 to his attack rolls and a +1 to his damage rolls. Additionally, Razorwind has the unique property of being able to cast Gust, but it can only do this 3 times per day.
But he can
Now-
cast Gust. That's cool.
Yeah. However, while Ithquant has used Razorwind to cast Gust, he has not used it in combat because it is inferior to his family heirloom's longsword. It is a magic item. It's maybe responsible for granting Ithquant all of his paladin powers. There's some debate on that occasionally.
It is up in the air for him as
Not
far
for,
as he
not
knows.
for Ithquant. Ithquant's 100% certain. I think Jimmy's deciding if he's going to make that the case.
He is fully in the
But
Kool-Aid.
Ithquant and Jayden both extremely agree that the blade is what binds the pact between the Ithquant clan and the Doomwing, and that should one break, so should the other.
Yeah, and that definitely like seems like it's the heirloom piece to his family is why he doesn't use his +1/+1 weapon.
It would be
Razorwind.
sacrilege. It is proven to be a little bit of a detriment to him because Ithquant can't hit for shit.
Have you considered that that's a skill issue?
All right, is that
That's everything.
That's everything. Yeah, let's move on. Address.
All right, so my name's Alek. I'm speaking from inside of your skin. Peel your skin off.
Ooh,
I'm
creepy.
right there. I'm playing the level 3 monk human Adras. Fun, spooky fact about him. He's slightly afraid that every time he uses one of his monk abilities now, that there's a chance that he just blows up and kills everyone around him because he doesn't know how it works. So he's just like, what's gonna happen this time? Am I gonna overshoot, try to RKO someone, or am I gonna cause a friggin' bad thing? But speaking of lightning stuff,
Have you
his
considered
first-
that it's a skill issue?
Have you considered I'm living in your walls?
Yes.
The first,
What a rebuttal! Oh my god.
the
There is no comeback.
You broke him.
The first of my 2 magic items is the hand wraps of the Gathering Storm. They're a deep navy with a web of lightning patterns on them. When attempting to adorn them, the user feels the ushering foresight of an oncoming storm. He found these in, I believe, Withike. He was granted them by the pitmaster there. And then shortly after that, he started developing lightning powers. He's not sure if there's any connection there. But they have a +1 to hit and damage. They can hold 10 charges and gain 1 charge when you land an uncharged hit, and 2 charges on a critical hit. Before you attack, you can choose to expend 5 charges to deal an additional 1d6 plus 2 lightning damage, and they are attunement. The funny thing about these is that I keep forgetting how many charges I have, so I feel like I'm accidentally resetting them back to 0, so I've never used that actual ability. But, yeah. Anyways, they're good. They give me more chance to hit and more damage, so I like them. They're funny.
What other item do you have on you?
I have the Bag of Holding.
What does it look like in this case?
So
Normally, I think it looks like a little bag with a smiley face, but I don't know if that's exactly how you have it.
yeah, I think it's just a little bag with a little smiley face on it because it's not really Address's item. It's more so the group's Address kind of just carries it for everyone.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's like a little bag. It's not attunement. It has an interior space considerably larger than its outside, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. It weighs 15 pounds regardless of its contents, and retrieving an item from the bag requires an action. If the bag is, which I think we don't always pay attention to that, but you know, it's cool, who cares?
Yeah, tracking weight can sometimes be super annoying.
Yeah.
Because then every item you guys pilfer or grab off the ground, you have to be like, what's the weight of that? And look it up in the book. And
And how does it fit in the 64 cubic feet of the bag? And you gotta play Jenga in your head. But if the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed, and its contents are scattered in the astral plane. If it's turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive for a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, minimum 1 minute, after which time they begin to suffocate. Now, if you put a bag of holding inside another bag of holding or similar item, it instantly destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral plane. The gate originates where one item was placed inside the other. Any creature within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through it to a random location on the astral plane. The gate then closes. The gate is one way only and can't be reopened.
Yeah, so this is really great because like my world doesn't have like a written astral plane in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where the fuck that's taking you.
Yeah.
Like if you guys do that, fuck if I know. Like I haven't figured that out yet.
The Doom Dimension.
Welcome to the Doom Dimension, guys.
Welcome to the Doom Wing. He eats you. But there's a cool trick for you kids at home. If you make an arrow with one bag of holding facing another open bag of holding and then you shoot it, that's just a portable black hole.
That's true.
So I don't think Jimmy's gonna ever give us 2 of those for that purpose. But, it's funny.
You're implying we know enough about bag of holdings to think that they stack.
That's fair, but also it's funny.
Because I think Plato's the only one who could. I mean,
That's where you
magic's
go
been
if you
gone
put
for
two.
forever.
If you put 2 bags of holding together, you guys go to Goon World.
Well, now we have to.
They just appear in the real world.
Is that like what
Oh,
Travis
never
Scott's like
mind.
Juice
Fuck
World or
that.
whatever the fuck?
Travis Scott Juice World.
Yeah, go to
That's
Goon
the
World.
Goon World.
Yeah.
It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you know?
Yeah, it's like the actual animated.
Yeah.
Animated world.
The
Anyways,
animated live action movie Who
Yes.
Framed Roger Rabbit.
That's the Goon
Yeah.
World.
that's it for me.
Okay, let's move on. Samuel.
Hi. My name's Samuel, coming to you from the darkest corner of your bedroom. Don't look for me. And I'm here talking about my character, Boravik Smokestone, the sorcerer dwarf.
Guys, I just looked. He is in the corner of this room right now.
He's in the
Fucking
bedroom.
told you.
No, this is a
I mean,
bedroom. The Goon Lair is technically a bedroom.
Goon Lair.
Per our Instagram
Where's
post.
my bed?
You don't get a bed. You sleep on the floor.
Well, who has a bed?
I'm just hanging out in the corner, dude. I don't know.
I can't just roll myself up in the noise blocking curtain.
Guys, it's really crazy that like we're saying all this and Jayden's just not acknowledging the fact that Samuel's in the corner of the room.
I'm just saying it's not a bedroom though.
It is though.
All right, it's semantics at that point.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
because there's no bed doesn't
There's
mean
been
it's not
some
a bedroom.
bedded in here.
Yeah, I mean just ask
The
me
bed
and
is
Jayden.
embedded. Sorry, Samuel.
No, it's fine. So my magical items. First, and probably Boravik's favorite, is his trusty hammer, Cavern Crusher, which was discovered, funnily enough, in a cavern. Go figure. Generally, it's a great hammer. It's got a pretty high attack bonus, which means I can roll a little lower and still hit somebody. Good damage. And what's really nice about it, and I guess the magical quality of it, is I think 3 times a day, I have a chance to, if I hit someone with the hammer, straight just knock them to the ground,
Yeah.
which is pretty effective if you're surrounded by people. It's a nice
Okay.
thing to have around.
Also, when people are knocked prone, other people have advantage to hit them.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's like a skip turn. And my second, or I guess I should describe the hammer. It's a beautiful hammer. Got a black wood handle and a iron head. It's simple but gorgeous. And also a few streaks of blood here and there.
Not cleaned.
Not cleaned since the last conflict. Then my second magical item is called the Halfling Stone, which to the casual observer looks like just a rock. But if you have a keen eye for rocks like Boravik, it stands out like a gemstone. It's the stone where if you have it on your person, when you roll a natural 1 on a d20, which is obviously the worst you can do, you have a chance to re-roll it, but you have to use the new result, which could be a natural 1 again if you're really unlucky, which sometimes I am. But once you've used it twice, it has to recharge until the next day.
Yeah, it takes a day to get better. You've expended all the luck. You've taken all
You've
the luck
taken all
away.
the luck, good or bad.
And how this works is it's just drawing on other people around you's luck. It's just like saps away at the luck of people around you. That's why all your friends like roll nat ones.
Just
That's
draining
why I
them.
never hit.
That's why, yeah. Actually, it's just taking it all from Ithquant right now. It picks the tallest person in the room and saps their luck.
Oh, I understand. You mean in the okay?
Yeah, Ithquant, the 7-foot tall dragonborn. Thank you. Is that
Because
that's
they're
both of
jealous
them?
of my height.
There's both of them.
It's exactly halflings are jealous of Ithquant's height, so they sap his luck. All right, Voralden?
Hello. My name is James. Coming to you from under the bed.
There's no bed in the room. We've established this.
But it's a bedroom.
That's true.
That means there has to be a bed.
Wouldn't you like to know, draggy boy?
Draggy boy.
I'm
I feel like
playing-
that's a slur.
Better than lizard man.
I don't know. I think it's a slur.
A spooky fun fact about Voralden is, for the longest time as a kid, he was scared that there was a big tentacle monster in the library because he heard about big tentacle monsters in libraries that eat you if you make sound, and he was very afraid of that
Is this like
because he grew up in a library.
Yeah.
He grew up in a library,
His mom instilled this in his head, probably.
Yeah.
Oh no.
but he's over it. He realizes, oh, he was a child.
Yeah. The
The bell doesn't ring, the thing doesn't come and hunt you. Anyways, so I've got some magic items on me. I got Sakure. Sakure. Which is probably the one I've used the most. It is a whip that I got off the corpse of Jorky Thorky. It is made of living wood, which is a reason that Voralden tries not to use it much because he finds it like an atrocity. But it is a whip fashioned out of living wood, and it always has flowers on it. It gives Voralden a +1 to hit with it and a +1 to damage. And if he hits a creature with it, the petals of the flowers fall off and explode, dealing a d4 fire damage to everyone around that creature. Also, twice a day, Voralden can use it to basically cast a fire blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a fireball.
A fire blast.
And for everyone also listening that hasn't played Dungeons and Dragons really before, just Fire Blast is Firebolt. Firebolt is Firebolt. Fireball is another fucking spell. And any other ones you had, Joey?
Those are the only good
I think
spells.
you said
really.
fire boom once.
Okay, Fire Boom is also Firebolt.
It's gonna be really weird when you actually get Fireball.
I'll never get Fireball. Why would I get Fireball?
He'll get it, and
When Fire Blast
No,
exists.
Yeah.
he will get it.
You gotta make a
He's
homebrew
going to.
spell.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way Joey takes Fireball.
Why would
He's
I
gonna
take
take
Fireball?
Fireball,
No.
and he's gonna be like, I cast Fireball. We're like, oh, are you sure, bro? It's just one guy. He's just like, yeah, and then he rolls his attack roll. We're like, that's not how that works.
No.
No, that doesn't sound like
He's
me.
gonna take Fire Boom.
In the campaign,
I already have I already have the best fire attack. There's no other
Firebomb.
in the setting book, you gotta make Fire Blast a spell.
Yeah, I'm writing the spell Fire Blast.
Yeah.
Just says it's Firebolt.
It's the same word exactly like Firebolt, but it's just Fire Blast.
Would that be plagiarism?
no.
It'd be fine.
No.
It'd be fine. It's
All right,
not
we're gonna
SRD.
change the effect of
No,
it to where
it doesn't
says,
matter. It's not plagiarism either way. It's in the SRD.
Yeah, we're just changing the name of it.
Just write in a different font. It's fine.
Yeah.
In Comic Sans.
Yeah, come at me. I'm writing it. Fire Blast is the new spell in my world. All right.
The next item Voralden has that he's used significantly less is Thornblight. Like Sakure, it came from the corpse of Jorky Thorky, and is also made of living wood, which is why Voralden tries to avoid using either of them, because he despises that they exist and is searching to try and free the spirits that are trapped inside them of the trees. It is a hand axe with a +1 to hit and a +2 to damage. It is light and thrown properties. While using the axe, when you hit a creature, you can use a bonus action to cause vines to rip from the ground, grabbing them, dealing an additional 1d6 damage. The creatures suffer from difficult terrain until the end of their next turn, and it can be used twice a day.
Okay. Yeah, those are the two big items you got from Jorky Thorky when you killed her.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
which you have come to terms with.
Not really.
Okay. I tried.
And my final item are a pair of leather boots. They've got some pretty cool designs on them. Nothing too flashy, but they got some leaves and shit. And they are boots of elven kind. When you wear these boots, you make no sound with steps and have advantage on stealth checks.
Ooh, nice. I need to double back to something because Samuel, you had a fun fact for Borvik about something fearful in his childhood you never shared with us.
All right. Pigs.
Just afraid
Cops
of pigs. It is
or-
yeah, he is afraid. But why?
But why? That's the question. So, the first heist Borovic ever pulled off, he was 12 years old.
Okay.
And as is tradition, my father, or adopted father, decided to do his childhood ceremony, which was hiding in the corpse of a dead pig and coming to my bedroom in the middle of the night, cheering and carrying 2 torches.
Oh my god! What the hell? What? I'm surprised you're so normal. Oh my god!
And so I don't like pigs very much anymore.
Okay. Okay, you know what?
So please stop asking about the pigs.
I asked for this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, all the fans in the comments. Guess who's in therapy tomorrow?
Borovic.
And one other person that did not share their fun fact with us.
He was a messy eater.
I guess you built that into his cloak. I want to hear what's Plato's childhood trauma.
What's the spooky reason?
All right.
to mess
Spooky.
eat?
All right, you want to hear? You want me to give you the goodies?
Yeah, one of the goodies.
All right. So, Plato's a young child, right? Of a young childlike age, and he's what?
No,
Sorry,
it's
go
like
ahead.
I'm there.
That tracks.
I'm
Okay.
picturing in my head right now.
Okay.
Childlike age child.
Right. You know, young.
I was going
So-
old.
So, you know, he's eating a pickle, and he starts choking on the pickle, and he almost dies. It's a near-death experience.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's a real big deal, and
It's a real thing.
but look, I don't want to relish on it anymore. I just want to move past.
I guess you could say it was in the pickle.
Yeah, so I'll leave it
Pickle
there.
was in him.
Moral story, he's afraid of like choking on pickles
Yeah,
or suffocation.
yeah,
Just both.
Guess
Yeah.
I really had you choked up, huh?
yeah.
I'll be here all night. Thank you.
I'm spooked as fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking
Alright.
horrified.
Damn, boys.
Okay, guys, that's all the spooky details of all of our magical items. Everyone's magical item stats. Everyone should have those stats now.
Fucking quiver in
Now
fear.
when you guys do shit like that and you say I want to use my item, we don't have to explain that shit because they could just listen to this again until we get new ones, and then we have to explain those. And
Next Halloween.
next Halloween, you don't get another one until next Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll be
Next.
here when you explain the magic items to us.
Yeah, well, yeah. Ideally, they will listen to all of the magic items when I list it, and then we'll relist them all again.
Yeah, for anyone who's hopping in the middle like a little cheater.
If you hop
Yeah.
into the middle of the, like, I get it for the first few episodes, like with the audio being the way it is to an extent, but like, come on.
No, hold on. At a certain point, like if we're 50 episodes into this, you don't have to go watch all the previous 50. That's a lot of time.
It's like One
I
Piece.
get it.
You just watch the last episode and go, wow, that wasn't worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Guys, stop bashing our
No, I was bashing One Piece.
Oh, okay.
But by
And
episode
us.
50,
And
we
us.
should have video set up, so you'll be able
No,
to see our faces.
We'll actually be live streaming these, so you can
Hear me out.
see how
If
much
we
we
can have
fuck
video,
up.
we can go on YouTube.
Yeah, if we
Because
live
apparently
stream
that's
this,
the difference or
we get to
something.
sit here and watch Samuel do math for 5 minutes.
That's exactly right.
I mean, we could put it on YouTube and just put our logo
You can
as
see all the
like,
funny
a static
faces I make
video.
when I play.
Go and call that. Thank you guys. Happy Halloween to anyone listening. If we release this on Halloween, I'm listening.
That's honestly probably accurate.
Happy February 27th.
That's Jimmy's scary fun fact. This gets released late.
They said everything was delayed. Damn it! Alright, guys. Thank you guys. And
I'll never wake
I don't know if I'm putting outro music on this, but we'll go through it anyways. Our opening music, if I add it, is by Sarusha Abedi and at Suma Studio and Alexander Nakarada. Our cover art's by Casey May. Outro music by Alexander Nakarada, if there is. Audio editing is potentially by most likely me, but potentially James/Chris.
Remind me to bring a fucking external hard drive, and I will show up, and I will steal all your shit and edit it.
Yes, everyone listening to the podcast, please go onto the Instagram and comments. James/Chris, remember to bring your
I know. I'm gonna tell you when they remind me.
Okay.
Yeah, just
okay.
get them to tell me too, so you'll feel even more peer pressure. And you could. Our Instagram's at Goon.Quest, and if you'd like to provide names of NPCs or have ideas for magic items, you can submit them at goonquest@outlook.com or through the Google form on our Instagram. The link is in the bio. All right, guys. Thank you.
Chili dogs.